Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the majestic Snare, and this is my disembodied voice, which quite frankly is sexier than Lara Croft's triangular nipples. Before I get today's video started, I just want to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers today, because we have recently just jumped over a small milestone of 300 subs, currently sat just over 300 subs. So thank you to everybody who's supported the channel so far. You are the best, love you, let's get on with the rest of the video. Nice one. So I was being nostalgic today, looking back at some old videos, thinking I need to bring some positivity into life. I need to bring some positivity into the gaming industry. How can I do that? What's going on that's good in the gaming world today? Well, I had a little kind of few hours trying to find some good stuff, but then I realised that The Division, a game from Ubisoft, has had its latest update in the last couple of weeks, and a few people have been playing it and sort of having their opinions and stuff. I haven't played it yet myself. I want to talk about the ramifications of it. Channels like Clean Prints Gaming and Skill Up that I've watched having some in-depth kind of reviews of that particular update and kind of re-reviewing the game are coming across saying that the game now feels like it's the kind of state it should have been when it actually released originally, and that's fair enough because quite a few games have been like that. You've had the same thing with No Man's Sky, although I'm never going to touch that game again myself but that game has now had loads and loads of updates. You can now do a lot of more building involved in there, and to a lot of people they now think it's quite a good game. I will always be scarred by that. I won't go back to it, but The Division scored better, I think, as its kind of original game, but you had the problems with bullet spongy enemies, you had the problems with kind of the inventory management system, etc. Okay, the inventory management system is still pretty poo as far as I understand it, but they've increased the gaming area. There's a whole new area to explore. There are new modes like skirmish, and you have to spend time in the dark zone actually going rogue rather than just turning around and shooting your friend in the face. There are a lot of good aspects in the new update to The Division, and it's just struck me that maybe, sit down for this because shit's gonna get real, maybe Ubisoft are actually good guy developers. Who'd have thunk it? Think about it. They could have dropped and run. They could have just got rid of everything going on in The Division and said, chalk it up to experience, fuck it off, and then we'll just go do something new. We'll do the next Assassin's Creed, whatever. But I think it's because back in the day, it was only a couple of years ago, but when they released Assassin's Creed Unity, and it was utter shite, and it hurt them financially, reputationally, it really screwed them over. I think they've taken that on board, because look at it. Not only have you got The Division being brought up to speed, I mean the game is a couple of years old, but the updates are strong and fast and coming along, and it's completely free. How refreshing is that this last 12 months? Oh my god. But also, games like Assassin's Creed Origins, they've packed so much stuff into that game that when you hit the end of the game, you can still be playing for like 80 to 100 hours. I mean, yes, normally Assassin's Creed game, about 30 to 40 hours for a story playthrough, but they've got end game content, and it's not just meaningless going around collecting stuff. They've actually brought in those kind of big fabled monster matches, and I have to admit I'm not sure if that's DLC or not. The end game content to that game, it's being put in, and it's there for all to see and all to play. They're producing games, but they're also producing updates. I'm more than happy with that. I think that's a brilliant thing to do, but maybe it's because they've been hit. So when we come to companies like EA and Activision Blizzard and Take-Two Interactive, are they Take-Two Interactive? I think so. So those particular companies that have had a bit of a hit, EA lost something like, what was it, 3 billion off their share price and stuff. Ubisoft aren't as big as EA as far as I'm aware. They might be bigger, but I get the impression they're not as big. With EA, perhaps they'll follow suit. Maybe. We can only hope that the consumer activism that's been going on about loot boxes and microtransactions and the business practices of those aforementioned companies, maybe it will trigger them to take a leaf out of Ubisoft's book and just focus on games and making them great rather than just running off and doing something new. I really hope so. I really do. I think it's the inevitable. It's the kind of thing you think, well, it's going to happen. But I wanted to inject that little bit of positivity into your lives today. And thank you for watching, because sometimes you do get bogged down with the fact that everything is so shit, and it makes you wonder why you play video games when you stop enjoying it so much like that, and you're focusing on the business rather than just playing it because it's good fun. At the end of the day, games should be fun, right? That's what games are. They're a method to have fun. They're a tool, and I think Ubisoft, bringing it back on track, I think Ubisoft are actually trying or at least maybe the developers that are working for Ubisoft are trying. Whoever it is that is keeping that love going for that game, well done. I think any game that has that level of commitment or care put into the game creates a community behind it. If it's a good product, that will stand by it and keep playing it. Look at those games like Warframe. That community is huge, and the love for that game is huge. It wasn't like that when I first played it, but they kept at it, they reinvented it, they brought it back, and here we are today. So guys, that's my ramblings about Ubisoft and the Division 1.8, more specifically anyway, because I think it's a good example. But don't forget, we have videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and please don't forget to drop us a like, maybe a subscribe if you haven't already, and become part of the Overbite family. Helps us out a great deal with the channel, and it'd be great to have you. So guys, thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. Okay, love you, bye bye.